The unbreakable beast never shows weakness. The unbreakable beast is a fucking beast, bruh. He shows strength. There's a difference between being vulnerable and authentic and showing weakness. The beast, he shows vulnerability. Vulnerability. There we go. Vulnerability. The beast shows vulnerability. Look, the beast ain't afraid to look stupid, bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to show you. It's like, he doesn't give a fuck about that shit, man. Because he knows there's strength in being vulnerable. But there's a difference between being vulnerable and being authentic versus showing weakness. To me, weakness is when you're saying, look, there's a part of me that can't handle my life. That's what weakness is to me. You don't want to show people that you can't handle something. Right? I could suck at some shit, but it doesn't mean that I ain't gonna figure out how to handle it. Right? Weakness is when you're like, I can't do this shit, man. Somebody help me. Please. I can't do it. That's weakness. Being vulnerable is knowing that you may not be good at something, or maybe you fuck up or whatever, but you know you're going to figure it out. You know you're going to handle it. There's a difference between that. That's strength. That's still strength. Because it's like you know, don't sleep on that man. Right? You look at him right now, he may not be perfect or whatever, but don't sleep on him, because you blink your eye and he already done leveled up on your ass. You don't want to be showing weakness, man. When you show weakness to these women, they start doubting you. You got to see yourself as a leader. Like, imagine you're in the army and you got a leader. Right? He's leading the army and you're in the army, right? And your leader, and he starts showing weakness. Like, he starts showing that he can't handle the situation. He doesn't have shit under control. You're going to start doubting him. You're going to start looking at him like, should I be following his lead? Why don't I step up and be the leader? Or maybe Johnny should be the leader. I don't know if he should be. And that's how the woman's going to look at you. When you show weakness and you show that you can't handle shit and you can't lead, she going to start doubting you like, I don't know if I should be following this dude. He kind of pussy, you know what I mean? I don't know about all that shit. And she start looking elsewhere for a stronger leader. Or the dynamic shifts. She becomes the man and you become the woman in the relationship because she sees that you can't lead. Fuck out of here, man. The beast ain't on that weak shit, bro. The beast is strong as fuck. The beast values strength. He values power. He doesn't have, there's certain words that's not in the beast's vocabulary. There's no can'ts in his vocabulary. There's no, I need help. Well, yeah, the beast will ask for help, but it's not going to be like, I need help. You know what I mean? He don't need shit. Maybe he wants help. Maybe he's smart. He's like, okay, I can use some support. But he doesn't need help. There's a difference. You don't need a woman. You don't need anything. Need, right? Obviously, okay, we need water, we need food. Okay, the basics, right? Water, food, air. But other than that, all that other stuff is just extra. You don't need that. Right? Like, I don't have a bed. I don't need a bed. You can see my place. You don't see no furniture. I don't need no goddamn furniture. I don't need anything. I can get it, right? If I want to, I can go and get all these different things, but I don't need it. It's getting to this understanding like, yo, we've been given these ideas, these ways that we're supposed to be, and we just followed it without questioning it. Like, I started questioning shit. Like, who planted this thing in my head that I need to have a certain type of car to be of value, or I need to make a certain type of money to be of value? Value is inside. It's how you feel about yourself. A king is not, the king is not the guy who's dressed like a king. The king is the guy who sees himself as a king. Like, you hear these stories of people winning the lottery and then they lose the money, like they blow through the money real quick because they're not rich inside. Yeah, they got money externally and they had a lot of money, but they're not rich inside. They're not wealthy inside. Once you're rich inside, once you're wealthy inside, you don't need shit. Once you're happy inside, you don't need anything to be happy. Right? That's strength. Weakness is when you need something. That's the weakness. So think about it when you're dealing with a woman. Once she sees that you need her, that's weakness. That's when she starts testing you and the attraction starts going down and the dynamic starts shifting. It's when you don't need her. That's when she's really into you. When you don't get, I'm sure you've seen this. When you don't give a fuck, that's when they start swarming. That's when they kick down your door to get some of what you got. When you don't need them. As soon as you start showing that you need them and shit, that's when they're like, now they start challenging you and making shit difficult. Because you're demonstrating weakness. Weakness is unattractive. You want to demonstrate strength all the time, power all the time. Now I talk about being vulnerable and authentic. That's strength. That's not weakness. Being vulnerable is not weak. Only somebody who is strong would put themselves in a situation to be vulnerable. Right? Because if somebody's weak, they're not going to put themselves in a vulnerable situation. They're going to run. It's the man who is confident and knows he can handle shit, he will put himself in a vulnerable situation. Right? Like when you go and approach a woman, you're being vulnerable because she can reject you. She can embarrass you. But that's strength. The fact that you're making the decision like, yo, I'm going to approach this girl. Right? She might say no, she might have a boyfriend, she might whatever, but I'm going to approach her. That's strength. And if you're going to approach her 100%. Don't walk up to her and, oh, man, hopefully this goes well. Nah, bro. If you're going to do it, just do it, bro. If you're going to say something, say what you're going to say. Right? And be okay with yes or no. Like, that's part of strength. That's part of being strong. It's like being okay with both sides of the coin. I got to be okay with yes. I got to be okay with no. I can't just... If I don't get a yes, then I'm doomed. Then I have no self-worth. Nah, that ain't strong, bro. That's weak. Cause you can't handle both sides of the coin. You can't handle, the yin and the yang. You can't just, I can only deal with one part of it. You can't be cherry picking, bro. You got to be able to handle life. That's what being a beast is all about. You devour life. You look at situations that people run away from and you're like, man, that's like a snack for me. That's not even a full course meal. That's a snack. That's too easy. And the girl rejects you. You're like, man, that's it. Like, that's strength, man. Is when you can look life and face life with your chest out, with your head up and say, let's go. I'm ready. There's no challenge that I can't handle. And you want to smile too. That's true power, when you can smile in the face of fear, when you can smile in the face of death, smile in the face of challenge, right? When you're experiencing tension, when you can just be positive, when most people would be negative, when you can demonstrate positivity. That's strength, that's power. When a girl rejects you, smile at her. Say thank you, have a great day. Make her wonder, did I reject him? Or, she doesn't even know she rejected you because your response is not making sense to her. She's like, wait, why is he smiling? Why is he happy? It doesn't make any sense. That's what you want to do. That's how you want to flip it on them. That's how you flip it on them, man. You don't react. You give them you give them the response they would never expect. Right? That's what strength is. That's what power is. The beast, he makes a decision. I'm not gonna show weakness, man. Especially, like you can show. Let me just be real with you, right? Like you want to have, and that's why you want to have like other powerful men who you can talk to, and you can kind of like let them know, hey, I'm struggling in this area or whatever, right? You want to have people like that, right? Because we all have our challenges in life and things we got to deal with. So you want to have some people you can talk to. But I'm talking about when you're out in the world and dealing with the world, you don't show weakness. There's a time and place for everything, right? There's a time where you're talking to your boys or whatever, and you're masterminding, and you're saying certain things. But then when you get out into the world, the beast shows up. When you're dealing with the woman is looking to you for leadership. You can't be showing her weakness. She's not the person to show weakness to, right? If you're going to show weakness, that's what I'm saying. You have other powerful men that you're aligned with, that you guys can talk about, your weaknesses and stuff like that, and get encouragement and get support, right? But when you're dealing with the world, it's time for you to show your strength. It's time for you to show your power, demonstrate your value. And that's just what it is. So you don't want to be going around showing weakness, man. That's why you want to have a morning routine. A morning routine is where you mold your character for the day. You design your character for the day. The type of man you want to be, you design it in the morning. And then you go out in the world and you play your character, right? You play your role. And that's just what it is. That's what the Unbreakable Beast is. The Unbreakable Beast says, you can't break me. I can't be broken. Impossible. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm consistent. I'm disciplined. I'm intelligent. I'm emotionally intelligent. Mentally tough. I'm ready. I'm seeking the challenge. I'm ready to go. I'm not hiding from anybody. I'm not passive. You don't want to be showing no weakness, man. If you have weaknesses, work on them. Turn them into strengths. Or another thing you can do is take your strengths and amplify them, so that your weaknesses aren't even noticeable. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's where you want to get to. And you got to put yourself through tension, man. You got to step up and challenge yourself each day. Because you can't fake this shit, man. You can't fake confidence. You can't fake power. You can't fake strength. You can't fake grounded masculinity. You can only fake that shit with fools. With intelligent people, experienced people, with people of value, you're not going to be able to fool them, man. You got to gain the real power, the real strength, the real confidence, the real discipline, right? If you really want to make an impact, if you really want to have influence, you can't be on some, you can't just be the dude that just reads books all day and has no references, no experiences to back the shit up. Because you will break. If somebody shows up and challenges you, you will break because you have nothing to fall back on. You don't have no foundation, right? You don't build a house out of out of hay, not stone. Your references, your experiences is what's gonna build your castle, man. You get the information, of course. You gotta study, you gotta get information, but you gotta apply that shit, man. You gotta embody what you learn. It has to become a part of you. You have to internalize it. And don't get me wrong, like, strength, it doesn't always look like strength. Like, somebody can go, fuck up or make a mistake or look stupid, and most people will look at that and be like, he made a mistake, blah blah blah. But he's actually demonstrating strength because he's willing to put himself in a situation where he can make a mistake, right? Most people are hiding in the shadows, hiding in their closet or whatever, hiding under the bed and shit. He's out there making mistakes. Respect. When I see a guy approach a woman, if the woman rejects him, I still give him his respect. I don't look at him and say, you got rejected. No, I'm looking at him like, bro, respect, man, for approaching that woman. Respect for taking a risk, for putting yourself out there. It's not easy to do. But if you want to get to this point where your confidence is just too much, and when I say too much, I mean like your confidence is just a lot. Like it's just, it's just too obvious, right? You want to get to this level, man, you got to earn it. And you earn it by doing your shit, by stepping up, by saying what you want to do and going after it and not making excuses, man. And sometimes you're going to make a mistake. Sometimes you're going to look stupid. Learn from it. As long as you learn from it, that's all that matters. That's how you become a beast, by learning from your mistakes and evolving, constantly evolving. If you just keep it, man, if you could just develop the right habits and take the right action and just be consistent, man, anything is possible. You can change your whole entire condition. You can transform into a whole different beast if you would just apply yourself consistently, not just here and there. Sometimes I'm motivated, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Depends how I feel. Bro, that shit is amateur shit. That's newbie shit. That's corny shit, bro. That's not respectable. That's not somebody we respect or admire. The type of person who just wavers around and, you know what I mean? No commitment and shit like that. Nah, man. Can't respect that. Respect the man that shows up consistently, that's going to do his shit no matter what, that's going to make mistakes and still get up, that can take a joke, right? It's not going to take shit personally. Sometimes shit happens and he's not going to get all riled up and shit like that. That's the beast, man. That's what I mean when I say power, bro. So look, if you want to become an unbreakable beast, if you want unbreakable self-confidence, I've designed a program where all you have to do is commit to this program. Follow the process. I will give you my process. It's the same process I'm using right now. You just follow my process, right? You start getting disciplined. You start following a morning routine. You start being the man that you truly want to be. You start being more masculine, more assertive, more grounded, more responsible. These are all the qualities that are going to get you what you want out of life. It's going to attract women. It's going to attract money. It's going to attract opportunity. It's going to attract resources. It's going to attract experiences, right? And you're going to ascend, right? You're going to evolve and become a greater version of yourself. The version of yourself that actually gets the results you want, you know what I mean? And achieves the quality of life that you want and creates the experiences and the feelings that you want. You want to feel powerful, you want to feel confident, you got to commit to a process that's going to get you there. And that's why I designed the Unbreakable Beast program, because I give you my routine. I show you how I did it. I show you how I developed unbreakable self-confidence. I show you how I developed grounded masculinity. I show you how I developed authentic expression. I show you how I developed leadership. I show you how I developed cold approach skills, how I became, overcame my old condition and created a new condition, right? How I left the past in the past and I created a new future for myself. I'll show you how to do it, man. So if you're interested, hit me up. It's an 8-week program. It's one-on-one coaching. That means we're working together. I'm not going to give you an ebook or a video we're going to be working together to help you to achieve your goals and become an unbreakable beast. All right? It's an 8-week program. It's $9.97. All right? $9.97 to transform your life, to make a complete 180 and become a beast. All right? If you're interested, hit me up. I'll give you the details, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.